Hello everyone and welcome to QualityRPGs. Today we are having part 2 of the Neverwinter Nights 2 Mask of the Betrayer campaign. And without further ado, let's continue. So we are heading to the settlement of Mulsantir. I guess it was Mulsantir. Yeah. And there is this guy. Wet and gloomy Mulsantir. Evening to you, my friend. You did not perchance encounter an army of angry spirits on the road. I don't usually begin conversation this way, but the local shamans aren't usually in such piku, and my wagon isn't usually marked outside the city gates. An army of angry spirits is that common in this land. Only when my livelihood is stuck in a ditch outside the city wall, I assure you, to be truthful, I have no idea. This is a hard country and kind to foreigners, and I try to keep myself behind as many walls as I can, and bide my time until I return home for a season. I'm seeking a theatre and a woman called Lienna. Then Timora has smiled twice upon you, for you will find both within these walls. Pass through these gates, and head straight to the round ramshackle structure that smells distinctly of garlic and sour wine. And Lienna, she's within. Indeed, and I have never seen her come out. Thank you, friend, you have been of great deal of help. You not approve this theatre. I'm a sloopman myself. Amongst the foreigners in this city, you'll discover a completely irrational devotion to one or the other, the whale or the sloop. Amongst the locals, you will find an equally irrational disdain for both. The Rashemi are humorless folk, suspicious of foreign goods and foreign gods. Okay, let's talk about something else. Why did you ask me about angry spirits? Because the locals are staying indoors and bolting shut their windows and muttering darkly of an angry beast god. Whatever foreigner stirred up this mess, I do not envy him or her, and I would counsel him to finish his business in Mulsantir quickly before the witches take notice. Witches, there are witches in this city. Oh yes, you'll know them by their masks and by their uncanny ability to turn up when they are least wanted. Capricious, wrathful, and servable to no one, their whims are law in this mad country. You are not from Rashimen? No, I hail from Thesk, on the other side of the river to the west. My trade takes me along the Golden Way, but my aversion to death keeps me in Mulsantir. What sort of items do you trade? Furs, spices, exotic woods, the sort of dull merchandise that ought to make one rich, but in my case doesn't. The Golden Way, is that some sort of road? A road, yes, through this sort of road varies along its length, and it never quite deserves its name. The Golden Way connects the west to the far kingdoms of Karatur. Tradesmen like myself ply this road, get our wagon stuck in ruts, and are robbed and murdered, though not always in that order. If you manage to conduct a prosperous trade, I should know that I'm not one of them. Let's talk about something else. You're a merchant, do you have goods to trade? To your first question, yes, and I would be a poor tradesman if I answered no to your second. Since we are paladins, I think we'll trade. And since we don't have any money, perhaps we are not going to trade that much after all. Unless, of course, we could actually sell something.
Come this way. Come this way.
Okay. So.
Yes.
Okay. Frost harpoon dagger. +3. Axe of Bear King. I guess he could use her robe. Oh, perhaps, yeah. The disguise. What does this do? Cold immunity. That looks rather nice.
Yes, that is so.
Yeah, especially compared to this one. So we are starting to make some money then. Would this actually be better? Well, perhaps we are not going to sell that quite just yet.
Come this way.
Is there something you wish?
Yes?
That might be useful. And perhaps... what's this? Saving throws. Improved, but I don't know where can I use it? Special properties. So... is it an amulet? One just carries it around. I guess. But yeah,
Is there something you
I think we are done here. Let's get into the city. And the theater is right over there. And then there is a bazaar. Is there a guard? Yeah. So let's get going. Not too many people about. And perhaps saving would be a good idea. And let's get in. I have to admit that it has been, say, 10-15 years since I have played this through the last time, so I don't remember at all this expansion. Red Wizard Sapphire, the daughter of Nefris, here. I should have recognized those two homunculi as your handiwork. What are you doing here, and what did you do to Ipsit and Sephi? We caught them nosing around the theater. The gnolls toyed with them for a while before dismembering them. Your primitive little creations are no more. Well, that's just brutal. What's this? How did you get in here? He's one of the necromancy students from the academy, probably another pawn in this ridiculous plot to unseat my mother. A shame I can't let you walk free, stranger, but you are as likely to warn the witches as to flee. As for you, Sapphire, Araman would have us strangled if we let the headmistress's daughter slip away for a second time. Okay. Thay and Gnoll. Sapphire, are you actually doing something? So there are still more of the gnolls. There is that wizard. Okay, perhaps lay on hands on her. Do it now. Okay. Okay, and the devil went down. Magdan, a more timely entrance I have never seen in 40 years. Of the other, Lien told us you would be coming, though she said nothing of slaying red wizards nor of saving our lives. The red wizards wasn't alone, there is more of them, and they have followed Lienna into the back rooms. You should get yourselves to safety, I'll deal with the wizards. Wait, Lienna is no simple theater matron. She has a secret, a shadowy door that leads to a reflection of the veil. She's fled through the shadow door, I'm sure of it. Still, such tricks won't stop red wizards not for long. Here, take this. As long as you have got this stone, a shadow door will open for you and you will be able to follow. A black stone, I have never seen its like. It swallows the light and reflects none. Yes, it's from the other realm on the far side of the portal, like attracts light, I would guess. Bring it close to the weak spot between the two worlds and the door opens, at least that's what Lienna told me. Quickly now, though, through the door at the back of the stage. Find Lienna's bedroom and go to the back corner by the mirror. As long as you have that stone, you can't miss the door. Okay, let's save. And I think we also should rest. Sapphire pauses mid-strike, her face wincing in pain. You look hurt. Something's not right. I told them not now. Why didn't I? My head. Just try to explain what's going on. Maybe I can help. There is this ringing in my ears and this burning. My skin's burning. No, please don't. Don't what? Are you feeling all right? I thought you were going to try and help me. I was just saying don't bother. I think the pain is subsiding. I'll be fine, really. Please tell me what happened. Why? It was just a momentary pain. Whatever it was, it's gone. Are you sure you only felt pain and nothing more? No, I heard when the pain came, I heard a scream, and it wasn't my voice crying out. Sometimes I hear voices that are, well, not quite my own, though this is only the second time that the voices have been accompanied by pain. I keep going, hoping to find some logic to the whispers, but they just come and go without reason. You said this was the second time the voices brought pain. When was the first? I was at the barrow just before I found you. I thought then it might have been malevolent spirits. What are the voices like? What do they say? They sound human, familiar, almost quite often the voices are more of a distant haze, but sometimes the whole words come across. During my apprenticeship, I read from the wrong scroll and, not knowing what I was doing, nearly incinerated myself. Before I could finish the chant, a voice in my head cried out and I broke my concentration. It saved my life. I have rambled far too long. We should carry on and find Lienna. If others from the academy are seeking her, we may not have much time. Okay. So there is a chest and a couple of doors. Something is on the other side of this door? A null. Quite a bit more difficult than the ones in Baldur's Gate 1. But I guess that's because they are Theia nulls. Well, that did hit quite hard. Okay, then there is the shadow portal. Let's go through. Look at this. Strange portal of some sort. A portal is by definition a thing of strangeness. This particular one leads to, judging by the smell, is that no. If it were a pyretic conduit, it would have a hint of kinapar, too cold to be fiendish. Wait for her to think. Ah yes, that would make sense. It's a gateway to the plane of shadow. I should have known this whole city has an otherworldly chill. Stepping through should take us a sort of inverted parallel of our own reality. Not everything is as it seems in the shadow plane. Well, would there be some kind of connection between this and King of Shadows? Still, if our wits are about us, we should have nothing to fear. Let's go through before it closes. Very nice. And another red wizard. And another devil. I mean, they sure like their devils. I guess we should have gone straight at that red wizard. Perhaps we should save and rest because... Okay. Can we get back? And the rest then. I guess Liana will be doing fine. Operating table. Something is terribly familiar about this chamber, as if you once saw it in a dream but only remembered just now. Your eyes are pulled towards a bloodstained table at the center of the room. You have lain upon that table, felt those restraints digging into your flesh. Well, that's scary. The table is ugly, unadorned, and spattered with old dried blood. Two heavy restraints are mounted to each end to bind a person's hands and feet. Reach out and touch the table. You reach out your hand, touch the tabletop, run your fingers across its smooth, polished surface. Something twists inside you, where the heart once lay. Your ears are ringing, filling with noise. A voice rises through the din, a woman's voice, or is it two? They sound so much the same. Your vision blurs, dark shapes are standing over you, tightening the straps on your hands and feet so tight that your wrists and ankles burn, bleed. Concentrate on the dark shapes, try to make out their features. They are women, their faces nearly identical, one garbed in white and the other in red. Other figures lurk behind, shadowy more bestial in form. The cold fingers of the women brush your chest, run a cold blade across your skin, and you cannot move, you cannot scream, you can only watch. The twisting in your chest becomes a burning, an echo of surging pain, growing and growing in its intensity. The woman's arms are red to the elbows, their pale faces spotted in blood. Okay. Fight the pain, try to maintain the dream. One of the women, the one garbed in red, withdraws her hands from inside your chest. She holds a glittering shard. The red woman lowers her eyes and gazes into yours. For love, you mouth the words she speaks aloud. And now another set of shadows, the bestial shapes that have been lurking behind, rush forward, lifting you from the table, carrying you to the open door, bearing you into darkness. A darkness lit by dancing runes with foul presence waiting within. Let's try to maintain. You concentrate, but the dream has passed. You withdraw your hand from the table, feeling weak and drained. You pause. Did you see something? A vision? A recollection perhaps? A memory, I think. This woman stood over me, pulled the shard from out of my chest and said it was for love. In the plane of shadow, memories are closer to the surface of the mind. Such visions are not uncommon, especially when a memory is strong or suppressed. So, strength decreased. There is that ornate chest. Oh, it was quite a trap. Another one. So I guess examine the table more closely. Little care was taken in the table's construction, save to ensure that its surface was smooth, that it was long enough to accommodate a prone humanoid. It seems newly built, the wood felled from Locan Rashemi trees. Dark bloodstains cover the table's surface and spatter the floor that surrounds it. Okay. Let's save and let's get going over here.
Sophia, what are you doing here?
I thought I smelled incompetence.
You two know each other?
This is Kai Kamoon, one of the most worthless piles of sputum to wear the red robes of Thay.
A rival of yours at the academy?
Kai is a sniveling sycophant. My only rivals are magicians of worth. He also happens to be a junior instructor at my academy. I can only wonder why he strayed so far from his mentor's leash.
All that's changing. Ahriman rewards his allies well. With Lyanna dead, I've earned a promotion. It's a shame the old hag didn't put up much of a fight. She destroyed herself in a blaze of fire. Must have known she couldn't best me.
I needed to talk to Lyanna. You made Ahriman. We see, and why did he want Lyanna dead?
Ahriman is the new power at the Academy of Shapers and Binders, now that their headmistress is retired. You. Ahriman warned me of you. Sophia, why would you travel with this thing?
You claim to know me, wizard?
I want no trouble from you. Stand aside. My quarrel is with Sophia. I doubt she'll put up nearly as much of a fight as Lyanna, or her mother.
My mother? Kai Kamoon, you had best be mocking me. If you raised your hand against my mother, I will extract 1,000 screams from your wretched hide.
Oh, she had no idea it was coming. She used every last cantrip she knew, but her loyal allies, her daughter even, never arrived to save her.
Well, I guess we will let her speak.
To think that you once claimed to care for me.
Lyanna was wise to destroy herself, rather than fight me. I doubt you have the old hag's sense to surrender, to make this quick. No matter. Let's settle this.
And this time, I think we are going to strike at the wizards. Okay. And another horned demon. That's not good. Okay, I guess you should be doing something useful. For example, Ice Storm over there. And you could use Lay on Hands on yourself. Okay, could we disintegrate it? Okay, not looking too good. Okay, finally. Ah, that was nasty. Just take him down. So that's it for the demon as well. Okay, good. I always assumed Kai's ambition would get him killed, but I didn't think it would be by my hand. No matter, he will not be missed. Kai mentioned your mother's death. I'm sorry for your loss. I can only hope that Kai was lying to unsettle me. I should not have given him the pleasure of getting me so angry. Still, if he was telling the truth, I should never have left the academy when I did. My mother Nefris, she has the respect of the other wizards, but not their love. I'm running out of trustworthy people in my life, just Kaji and Master Javi at the academy, if he still lives. Your mother's name is Nefris. I'd like to hear more about her if you are willing to tell me. Nefris, my mother, she's difficult to love, I suppose, driven, stubborn, but wise in her way. She has no patience for ambitious wizards like Kai Kmoon. Her studies are everything to her. Master Jaffe insists that she looked much like me in her youth, though I suspect he may be seeing what he wishes to see. I believe he had feelings for my mother when they were both young. Indeed, poor Jaffe may be dead. As well, if he stood by my mother, I wish I knew their fates. Perhaps it might help to focus on bringing Araman and his associates to justice. You are quite right. Actually, my mother raised me to be direct and decisive. Had the situation been reversed, had someone harmed me, her wrath would have been merciless. I will grieve for my mother by finding Araman and crushing him. I'm still curious why someone wanted Liena dead. Her association with my mother must have been very important. Why else would Araman send his pawns all the way to Rashemen? Liena was more than some common theater matron. At least Kai is dead, and Liena's death avenged. I appreciate your help in killing the wretch. I should be thanking you. I would not have fared well without your help. I'm glad I can be of service to you. My entire youth was spent studying my craft. It's about time I put my knowledge to use. But we couldn't prevent her death, and there is no use dwelling on it. What do you know of Araman? Araman is a common enough name in Thay, but there is an Araman at the Academy of Shapers and Binders. He is senior instructor, quiet, self-spoken and shockingly adept at magic. I've met him, but we are rarely traded words. He stays hidden in the library most of the time. So, the Araman at your academy, you think he led the coup against your mother? A reclusive yet polite old man who kept to himself at an academy full of aggressive, ruthless magicians. Yes, he sounds guilty enough. Had he been vocal about his hatred for my mother, she would have anticipated it and stopped him long ago. Okay. I think I've heard enough about Araman. Yes, and I tire of talking about him. If he truly is to blame for my mother's death, then I will see him again. We should probably keep moving. Agreed. With Lyanna dead, perhaps our best course of action is to speak to the dwarf woman and the other actors. There is a chance that Lyanna confided in one of them. Okay, still something around here. Oh, we could get out of here as well. But perhaps we don't want to. And then there is that one room which we haven't explored yet. So let's explore it as well before going out. And there was one scroll we missed.
My pack is too heavy.
Okay, well that's quite a heavy scroll. Okay, so let's get out of here. Perhaps the dwarven woman is waiting outside. Do we have a cutscene? What's happening? Okay. Help from the stack. We couldn't help but overhear. An army of hungry spirits awaits you at the gates of Mulsantir. You will perhaps require more help against such a host. My bow and my brother's sword will aid you should you agree to first help us find our lost sister Kaelin the Dove. Where can I find your sister? Kaelin came here seeking the abandoned stronghold of Myrkul, the Death God's vault which is in Shadow Mulsantir. Why don't you go find her yourselves? Entering Myrkul's sanctum would be violation of our faith to Kelemvor. Isn't Kaelin violating her faith by going there? Kaelin has abandoned her faith in Kelemvor. For this she was exiled from our grandfather's court. She now follows Ilmater, the god of martyrs. So these are Aasimaas. We hope to find our sister and convince her not to become a martyr herself. Very well, I'll seek Kaelin for you. Thank you. We will be very grateful to once more lay eyes on our beloved sister. Go with care. The Death God's vault may still contain some Myrkul's old defenses. Kelemvor's blessing be with you. Oh,
Keep your
those are the
distance,
witches.
I've studied your laws, and we've broken none.
You know our laws, but I know you, child. Even if these others do not. You will be better served by keeping silent.
Look, Shiva, the girl's companion. It's that one who offends the land and draws an army to our gate.
Speak your name, foreigner, and be warned that you address the Wicklaren.
Ulklaran, what's that?
Is this the tradition in your homeland, barbarian? To trade questions for questions?
My apologies, I meant no offense to you.
Peace, Kazumika. The foreigner knows not our customs. Our words and names are strange. We are witches, ambassadors to the hidden realm of spirits, and keepers of the sacred law. We bow our heads to the triune goddess, and to no one else.
I'm Antoloniar Erden, and I came to your city to find a woman called Liena. Unfortunately, it seems that I came too late.
Then Magda spoke true? She said they were Thayans, that they appeared from the very shadows.
Calm, Katya. You are a witch now, not a farm girl. You crossed spells with our mortal enemies, foreigner, and drove them from our midst. For that, much may be forgiven.
Forgiven, I have committed no crime.
But the bear god has marched an army of spirits to our gate, and he roars for your blood. He claims that you have defiled his sacred den and loosed an evil upon the world.
And the bear god does not lie. I can smell the wrongness on you, foreigner. It hangs upon you like a corpse shroud.
The dwarf woman Magda may know more about Liena. I must speak with her. What would you have me do? Battle an army of spirits?
Make your peace with the bear god, foreigner, by whatever means you both deem best.
Oku has made his peace with many foreigners, once they are safely in his belly.
I
slew those red wizards, your mortal enemies, and you leave me to face an army
no
alone.
witch may stand against the spirits of the land, but I will honor the debt we owe you, foreigner, for defeating the red wizards. Go to our prison on the north edge of town. Any convict who is willing to stand at your side will be granted a full pardon.
All right, I'll take... that's fair, thank you.
You know not what dreams may lie hidden behind steel and rune, foreigner, nor what paths they might open to you. We will watch from our high place, and we will receive you again, if you return alive.
Okay, and we didn't get any answers about the dwarven woman. Was he Magda?
I think you've mistaken me for a horse and wagon. Yes.
Okay, so we have pretty much... Welcome to Mulsantir, stranger. You will find us a cautious people, yet friendly if treated well. Have you come here to trade? Yes. I guess when a weapon is
Yes.
+3, it begins to be worth of something.
Yes.
Skin of Shadow. Would that be an improvement? Not really. Belt of Raumathar.
horse and wagon.
Okay. So we are having some money at the very least. Well, that's rather expensive. Armor bonus versus human. Enchantment bonus +5. Well, that's nice. Okay. Pleasure doing business with you. Well met, my friend. Would you be interested in some fine Mulhorandi goods, or perhaps you are a craftsman looking for supplies? Yes, show me what you have. Perhaps I should get a new helmet at some point. Merchant, foreigner, commoner. So let's head to the prison then. Berserkers. A bit more people around here. By the way, I think Minsk is Roshemi Berserker in Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and actually I think also in 3. So, Tears of the Old, as you have disturbed the spirits, you also disturb me. For what reason are you here? Shiva Whitefeather told me I could find help here against the spirit army. Help from this lot, trust their help, and you will find yourself alone when trouble comes. But if you wish to persist in this foolishness, you may speak. With the prisoners, be warned, two you need not fear, but as for the third, guard your thoughts. Mighty Grossneck. You want something from me? I'm looking for help to fight an army of spirits. No hand will I raise against spirits, their reach and the memories are long. I haven't seen anyone like you before. What are you? He's a hag spawn, mother was a hag, father was some unlucky fellow. Okay, quite small one. I can speak my own words. He does speak true. Because of my heritage, I'm an outcast. Is that why you are here? No, there were 3 who taunted me into a rage. My blade was the first to leave its sheath, and so here I wait. Wait for what? He's hanging, what else? Or they might toss him off the cliff. I'm not really sure how it all works. Enough, small one, do not speak my words for me. I'm trapped in this existence as an outcast, though no fault of my own. I gladly accept my fate, since it will bring me peace, which has eluded me. Go now, I do not wish to speak to you any longer. Okay. What's about the little guy? If you are going to ask me what you ask Grotsneck, you have got the same answer, no. What crime did you commit? There was a misunderstanding about the ownership of some coins I found while visiting the local bazaar. Naturally, the witches took the word of the locals over my own. You think that the witches made a mistake? No mistake. We just had a different points of view about what happened, that's all. Look, I don't want to end up on Tersa's bad side again. Well, her worse side anyway. You made your offer, I turned you down, and that's that. We have got nothing else to talk about. Okay, and is the third guy over here? Again.
Ah, more jailers come to rattle my cage. Here I was, settling into a relaxing dream. Now you've gone and spoiled it.
I'm not your jailer, but I might be your benefactor.
Ah, honeyed words from the other side of the cage. And what tune must I sing in return, I wonder? Whatever wards and locks bind this prison, I think clever words are the key to unlocking them. Go on. I am listening to your offer. my benefactor.
I'm looking for recruits to protect Mulsantir. You interested?
Seeking soldiers, are you? You have come to the wrong cell. I am neither foolhardy nor desperate enough to fight barbarians or Thayans. Go find a poorhouse and scatter a few coppers. That might yield better results.
I need help in fighting spirit army that gathers outside
The
Mulsantir.
army of spirits is at the gates? So, they have arrived. I was wondering when that might take place in the real world.
You knew this was going to happen.
Now. Knowing and telling are two different beasts. And the bear god, he is a third. If I may say, you are rather brave to marshal an army to meet them. That's no ordinary band of spirits out there. That's a hornet's nest of beasts. They're screaming for blood so loudly, I can hear them in my... And I am suddenly struck with the suspicion that the blood they seek is yours. Grave robber, are you? Tisk tisk. So, entertain me, brave one. Why would one such as I follow you into such a hopeless battle?
Because in all time I have been here, you haven't asked me to leave, and there is no reason. Seems to me that besting the bear god of old might earn you enough clout in the spirit world for centuries to come. Yeah.
Or they'll throw you in here for being charming and well-spoken too. I admit, both your presence and your request intrigue me. Slightly. But that's a slight more than most.
I'll take that as a compliment, a slight compliment.
An excellent rebuttal. I think this bodes well for our travels. Very well. You have a willing soldier at your side. Shall we be off? And please, let us visit the Witch Warden on the way out, so I can pay my respects to her gentle, loving soul.
Okay. At last my eyes fall again upon your beauty, my matron of the cell. This one is cursed for taking you, spawn of hags, and I shall be glad to be rid of you. Nothing but trouble for me, for this city you are. Shall you be glad to be rid of me, beautiful matron? Do not think I did not see the longing eyes you cast at me as you drew your ruined circles on the floor of my cell. What lies are these? Eyes of shame are the only eyes I have for you, shame. Now, there is no need to mask the feelings I stir in you, and your age but makes you seem wrinkled like a prune fruit. I see what dances in your thoughts as you dream of the slow hours of the day here away in this prison. In the golden woods of Erling, you once sang for an hour a hymn to the sun and dreamed what it was to shield, carried by a warrior who watched over you. And such passion is in that song, why it gives you strength even now. You are a dangerous creature, Dreamwalker, the tales of you all speak such, and many are those you wound with your arrow flight of words and humor. Do not think us deaf to those who suffer because of your careless footsteps in their thoughts and dreams. Get hence from my thoughts, I warn you. Is what she says true? Yes, she speaks truly. I am that which all farmers with ripe daughters fear, the masked brigand who dances in the fires of their sweet children's minds and leaves footprints that no wind or time can erase. And old mother, do not think your mind has not laid down paths for me to stroll. Such thoughts in a woman your age, it would put even a farmer's fiery-loined daughter to shame. Okay, you're a thief, a twister of words. Go meet the spirit army then, but you will not have my blessing upon you, now nor ever. Okay. So we are the good guys, she's neutral, and that looks like chaotic neutral. Well, at least not evil. But I think we will continue from here in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions and so on. Have a great rest of the day. QualityRPGs out.